Brock Purdy made plays with his legs to win this game.
Made a ton of plays.
From your vantage point, like, what was the main reason why the 49ers, like, credit to them, won this game?
I think on the defensive side of the ball in the second half, they looked like they started to go, we got to force the issue. Instead of, like, we're going to try to be sound and not let them make big plays, they were like, no, they cracked the code, right? This is one of the things I said today, right? The 49ers got where they were the whole year because they played cover 4. You guys were up their cover 4 in the first half. They didn't go, this is why we're here. We're going to run cover 4 more in the second half. This is what got us here. They went, they're tearing it apart. Let's readjust and change it up a little bit. So they started to blitz. It looked like they started to like slant and stun up front, try to create some chaos because as playing it straight up, they were getting their ass whooped by you guys. You guys were running the ball. You were throwing the ball. You were doing whatever you wanted on them, right? So, I think the defense changed their approach a little bit to force the issue, right? Even on the strip fumble. That was the safety, right? He was up. They were like, forget sitting back anymore. We're going to start trying to make some stuff happen, make them a little uncomfortable. And I think that even on the offensive side of the ball too, Ahmed, is just that in the second half, I feel like Shanahan came out and said, okay, we're going to throw the kitchen sink at them. We're going to go full speed ahead. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got to get the perfect play every time and all that. And then you sprinkle in, like you talked about, Brock Purdy made some incredible off-schedule plays throughout the game, some scrambles and some things like that certainly helped the 49ers win the game.
I mean, that was the biggest thing for me as a Lions fan. I was like, crap, we're going to lose this game when I saw Brock Purdy start to make some plays. Because early in the game, and correct me if I'm wrong, he did not throw the ball well in the other game, in the game against the Packers.
Definitely
but you're like,
not.
Okay, rain, bad conditions. I didn't think he was throwing the ball that well early in this game.
No, he
either.
made a few plays. He made the one scramble on third down early. Remember when he ran to the left and threw it across the middle of the field, right? You're like, who the is this guy doing this? This is unbelievable. Right. But yeah, it seemed like they were out of sorts for sure. Even on the interception he threw, it was like you could tell he threw it. He wasn't confident. It was going to be dicey if the ball didn't get tipped. There was going to be people there. So they were not comfortable early on. Shanahan couldn't get a feel for them. Purdy couldn't get comfortable. And the defense, which I think was saying, hey, we'll be sound in the run game and we won't have big plays. You guys were like, fine. We'll hit a lot of 15 and 12-yard passes, and they'll run for another 10, and they'll become big plays. And you really gave them issues. And that's where I'm excited for our Wednesday podcast this week, just so I can kind of go back and look at some of the nuance on film, what this Niners defense did.
NMFCB says, damn okay to Purdy's legs, made 3 crucial runs to get a first down, avoid a big sack, to throw a dart, to use check. Second half Purdy was a hoot to watch. Love the pod, and love from San Diego. 48 rushing yards for Brock Purdy, second most in his career. Had 57 week 8 versus Cincinnati, and he was a different guy in the first half going to the second half with the scrambles, as you mentioned there, 3 passing first downs. But the the 49ers just have a lot of, Lions do too as well, playmakers, right?
Yeah,
it's like the Lions had some missed tackles. Cam Sutton struggled out there on an island, but it's like you got Deebo Samuel, and he's one of the strongest wide receivers, if not the strongest wide receiver.
Everybody playing them.
Christian McCaffrey breaking some tackles. It was Brandon Ayuk is tough out there. It's just like once that offense got rolling for the 49ers, you can see why they're so tough to stop, and I give them a lot of credit because I'm sure Deebo wasn't 100% in this one.
Right.
You saw him working on his shoulder. And it's just like, they got tough dudes who are physical and super talented.
They're a lot like you guys that way.
Yes.
It's grit, toughness, it's physicality. Yeah, Shanahan's known through his offensive genius and all that, but they run the football, they play defense, right? So they have that. You're exactly right. And I think, once the second half, it seems like Shanahan kind of figured out, wait, they're playing me like this for the most part, and now I can start to dial up some of these plays. It's hard to stop everything they got. You're right. I mean, not only the scheme, the players, and then, hey, Dan Campbell, right? Okay, well, we're going to learn from this. He's going to adjust. Kyle Shanahan's been famous for, blowing fourth-quarter leads. He never comes back in the fourth quarter. Here he's learned how to manage games better and become better in all these type of situations, right? I think for the first time ever, he's got a quarterback who can bring his team back, in the 49er era where he can go, wait, we can be kind of more drop back pass that I can trust this guy that he'll dice some people up. And then I think Brock Purdy and some of his late game magic this year, whether it be last week, right? That was big. That to me kept the 49ers mentally still entrenched in the football game, even though they were down 24-7, because they would go, wait, we're still good, and we've seen our quarterback. He can bring us back. We've seen him. We see that we're not just like Jimmy Garoppolo, oh, no, we're not dominating on defense and running the ball. Now we're in trouble because we got to rely on Jimmy, right? They know they're not that. There's a different order there with that quarterback and that team there. Where I'd go, I don't even know if they're as good as some of the other teams that have been in the NFC Championship game, like you heard me say. But they're more dangerous, I think, because of their confidence in their quarterback and the versatility of their offense through that. And he can make a few plays off schedule, Mr. System Quarterback, which, you know, I've been there to say that too. But you could see he can do some things system plus where he can go, wait, nothing there? Don't worry, I can run. I can get a first down. I can move a little in the pocket and slide and make this throw. And that's just enough for what they need for a team, like you said, with that talent and that coaching.
I love the 49ers are winning this way, too, because people are going to have that discussion, too. And it's like, how good is Brock Purdy really? It's like, it doesn't matter in the context of this team. And that's why the NFL is such a great sport, is that there are multiple ways you can build a team and win. You can do it through defense, do it through skill guys. You can do it the Miami Dolphins way with a speedy wide receiver. There are just so many different ways you can do it. You don't need a quarterback that puts the team on his shoulder. The Buffalo Bills have tried that, and it's not worked out with Josh Allen because there's too much on his shoulder.
Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Floria. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.